in that camera, introduce yourself and say you're watching Toasted.
Toasted.
Getting back to your new record, I mean, you only have four songs, maybe 5 right now. When do you, I mean, is it easy for you to put out albums? Does the record company support you? Can you release the albums that you like when you like?
Well, that's what I say. I mean, I can certainly release the albums that I like, but when I like there seems to be the difference. You know, it doesn't seem to be the case.
That's cool.
I'm just sort of trying to, but the more, I suppose, the more albums you put out, the more successful they are, the more money they make, and
the
more
happier they are.
I suppose so.
Is the money still good, actually? I mean, you sold a lot of records. Do you get a lot yourself too?
Man, you need to get lucky, man. I don't know. I know a lot of bands' albums that I love that they haven't sold as much. You just sort of got to make people spend money on your record now is a big ask, you know. Yeah. And then pay for the concert ticket. It's a big.
Oh, but if you do sell records now in these times, there must be something really good.
Encouraging, man. There's something encouraging about it.
Hey, you have a lot of famous friends and influential friends like Ahmed Ertegun is, of course.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, how did you?
Had a friend in him.
How did you get in touch with him?
You know, before he sadly passed away, he obviously I knew all about Ahmed Ertegun and the legacy and what how he built the foundations of a lot of music that I love, man. How he, not so much built it, but just listened to it, took it, understood it, and then and kept it what it was. He was nice to me. I think he liked some of the songs and the record. And at the end of the day, he was still at the head of the label that I was on. But he was always very, this was very much on. It seemed even with me, it just seemed to kind of get me. It wasn't like he wasn't intimidating. It was a very welcoming man.
But how do you get in touch? I mean, he called you because of your record, or?
Oh no, because I signed to Atlantic Records, man.
You make it sound so easy. There are lots of artists signed on Atlantic Records who have never had the opportunity.
I know. But I think.
But maybe you're just damn good.
He said, I think that he came to one of our shows, man. The first time I met him, he came to a show we were supporting the Zootons in the Mercury Lounge in New York, and he came to what we said to say hello, and and that was it. And the next day we went into the office, sang for the for the first time for the people that worked there, and
cool.
And Jay, he came down and introduced us to to everybody and said that he believed in what we were doing, and
cool.
That I still don't really understand it, but I don't ask too many questions, man.
I don't ask too many questions, I can imagine. But I mean, you must be really proud of what you did. Like, are you a mother's guy?
I'm just a kind of, I'm realistic, man. There's no point in me being, I don't see why I would be,
bragging about it.
Bragging about anything, I don't think I've necessarily did much to brag about. I think whenever you start thinking like that, there's always, another band who's did something that you wanted to do that you haven't, and can sort of bring you back down again. It's not a competition, man. It's just I'm proud of it, but I wouldn't say I'm particularly. I try not to go on about it too much.
So, what is your drive for music? Why do you make music?
Well, because
it's better than pumping gas, obviously.
Yeah, I think you got people. I see just by watching live shows and bands that not necessarily big shows, small performances, and just watching the reaction, how and then how speaking to people about music and how different things can get them going and what they can mean to them. It's just you always just want to write a song that I suppose means that to somebody. I know songs that can change my mood just in an instant, because and take you into a certain place, and it doesn't have to be a particularly, it doesn't have to perplex you. It can just make you think about a time or whatever, and you just want that to be for somebody. It's not really. And I essentially want to play the shows and trying to give people a good night out. You know, man. That's, and you know, I think we'll see how long I get to do it for, man. I think I'll keep.
What do you reckon? Do you think we'll ever stop writing songs?
Probably not. No, but people might still want to hear them.
Is that important to you?
Oh yeah, but
I don't have the idea. I don't get the idea.
doing gigs to nobody is pretty hard, man. Cause if nobody buys the tickets, you don't really get to put the show on, you know.
You laugh about it, but I still have the impression that you do the music that you like, and whether there are 100 people or whether there are 10,000 people, is that important?
No.
Did you change your music in order to be more popular?
No, I'm just saying, you know, but some people don't necessarily change the music and just don't, you know. Okay, so you know, a lot of I know bands that are American bands that want to come and play the UK, but when they come, you know, for them to come and do the shows, it costs them a fortune. You know, it's not always as. I think you gotta. I just want to keep on having the stage, man. You know, and sort of. And you know, trying to get people to come back. I'm not, you know, where we're at just now is great. If it was to, you know, if our audiences were to half and half again, I'd still be, you know, I'd still be there doing the show. And then if, you know, if they were to double out, you know, I'd like to think I wouldn't start to become something else because of it. You know, man. Sometimes you got to see where you go and then realise you've gone there, and then whether you like it or not. You know, sometimes you change, and then I think the difference between that is changing and then realising you've changed, and then or changing and not. You know, and denying that you've changed. You know.
Are you changing right now?
Not necessarily right now, man, but. You know, I had for a little while. It was sort of at the end of the tour in the first record, I realised I wasn't necessarily the same person, or you know, and you just got to claw it back. You just got to go, okay.
Your music is pretty personal, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I suppose so. In this album, not so much. So I was mainly writing about things that I'm not alien to, but you know, I can relate to, that people that I know are in their situation and stuff. So.
And now this new album you're writing on?
Yeah.
Do you evolve actually from album to album? You do.
Well, I think, man, this is going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot more stories in the songs that aren't, you know, that aren't necessarily, you know, that more. I don't know how you would describe it, man. Little narratives, little, you know.
Are they about your life and about the things that you?
No, not so much, man. No, but little tales of things.
You are pretty vague about it, man.
Yeah, man, yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, you know, I could sit and just give you the song word for word, but I've got to try and generalize it, right? So.
No, not generalize it. I mean, for us, people who don't know your music yet, it's really nice and impressive to get a grip on the songs that you're writing right now that we will be hearing later on.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, if you could talk to someone talking about a song that you don't know about yet, but that you will like in the future, it's amazing.
Well, you hope they'll like it in the future.
I hope it too. I probably will.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad.
So am I. Hey, I think we have one more second left. I hope you have a good show. Will you be back after this?
I should be. I know we've got two shows in the Paradiso to come to Amsterdam and play. That's I know. I think we have a show in Rotterdam. Yeah, man. Any shows we've done in Holland have always been nice, man. We did the Pink Pop Festival. We did the festival in Venlo.
Yeah.
Which was lovely. We came here twice. Yeah, long may. Let's hope people keep coming to see us, man. Yeah.